Hi guys, welcome to another lesson. Today's topic is pollution. Now we'll be starting by defining what pollution is. Pollution can simply be defined as the release of harmful or toxic substances into the environment, either by natural forces or activities of man or other animals, to an extent that causes biological damage to man and his environment. That's one way of defining it. Now, if we break that down, that simply means pollution is just the release of contaminants, things that can contaminate the environment, into the environment by whatever means, up to an extent that can cause damage to man and his environment. Or we could also put it this way, we could also say pollution is the release of harmful substances into the environment. What we mean by environment is the water or air or land, in a quantity that is harmful to man, animals, and plants. Let me take that again. Pollution is the release of harmful substances into the environment, such as water, air, in a quantity that is harmful to man, animals, and plants. So we have various types of pollution. We have air pollution, noise pollution, wind pollution, and water pollution. So we'll be taking each of them one after the other, starting with air pollution. So starting with air pollution, we're talking about the pollutants. What by pollutants are the things that contaminate a particular environment. So air pollutants are the things that contaminate air. So we'll be talking about the different pollutants of air. The first one is oxide of carbon, CO. That is carbon 2 oxide. So this is released into the air as a result of burning of fumes in cars and other combustion engines, and also through some industrial processes. So this particular substance is released into the air by these processes. Now the effect of CO or carbon 2 oxide in the atmosphere is that it causes suffocation because it combines with hemoglobin. The hemoglobin is found in the human red blood cells, and it reduces the ability of the hemoglobin to carry oxygen, which may result in death. So CO can lead to suffocation. Another pollutant is the oxide of sulfur, and this particular oxide is the sulfur 4 oxide, and it is released into the air by the burning of vehicle exhaust and through mining processes also. Now this effect of sulfur 4 oxide is that it causes ill health. Examples of the ill health that it causes: it could cause irritation of eyes, it could cause the irritation of the lungs, it would cause skin, cough, and it would cause skin irritation, it could cause cough, and it could also cause some other respiratory diseases. Another effect of sulfur 4 oxide in the atmosphere is that, or in the air, is that it causes acid rain. Sulfur 4 oxide could cause acid rain. Another pollutant is the oxide of nitrogen, NO. This substance can be released into the air by electrical discharge in air and by some industrial processes. Now the effects of NO in the air, or NO2, these are oxides of nitrogen, various oxides. One is that it can cause acid rain, and acid rain can corrode metallic objects. Another effect is that it irritates the skin and the respiratory system. Another pollutant in air is smoke and soot. Now these are released into the air by burning substances from industries such as machines and coal. Burning of substances, so by machines and burning of coal, release all these things, soot and smoke in the air. Now the effects of smoke and soot in the air, one is that these particles can damage the lungs. Another one is that particles of soot can cover the leaves of plants, thereby reducing photosynthesis. Another one is that it reduces visibility. Soot and smoke can reduce the visibility, probably while walking or while driving. Another one is that it blackens paint on the building. So when soot and smoke settles on a building that has been painted, it can blacken that paint. Another air pollutant is the radioactive rays. Now, Radioactive rays can be released through industrial processes that use radioactive substances. And the effects of radioactive rays, one major one is that it can alter the nature of a gene. It can lead to mutation. Mutation is simply when a gene is altered in the body. Another air pollutant are the CFCs. The full meaning of CFC is chlorofluorocarbon. Now, we have something that is called the ozone layer, a layer that shields hazardous ultraviolet rays of the sun. It protects the earth from ultraviolet rays of the sun. Now, the depletion of the ozone layer is majorly caused by the release of CFCs into the atmosphere. Now, these CFCs, chlorofluorocarbons, are found in coolants, like materials found in things like refrigerators and air conditioners. Now, the effect of this is that these chlorofluorocarbons, the fact that they deplete the ozone layer, it means that it could result in fatal consequences for the earth and its inhabitants. It could cause cancer, it could cause these ultraviolet rays reaching the earth, and could cause various diseases and conditions. So these chlorofluorocarbons could lead to an increase in the number of skin cancers and could lead to cataract of the eye. So these are the conditions it could cause. Another one is that it can cause a decline in the immune system's ability to respond to infections. And it can also lead to a decline in the growth of oceans phytoplanktons. And they are the major producers in the marine food chain. And that could lead to a disruption in the ecological balance in the ocean. Another effect is that it can increase the level of the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. Because if the photosynthetic organisms that break down carbon dioxide are reduced, that could lead to an increase in the level of carbon dioxide, and that will result in global warming. Now, let's talk about control of air pollution. How can we control air pollution? One is that industries should be sited away from residential areas. Another one is that factory chimneys should be built for the discharge of industrial waste. So the factory chimneys allow industrial waste to pass out. So this factory chimney should be well built and constructed in all industries. Another one is that industrial waste should be passed through filters and absorbers. So industrial waste shouldn't just be allowed to leave the industry. They should be passed through filters and absorbers. And another way air pollution can be controlled is the legislation should be made against indiscriminate burning, and that can lead to smoke. And also industries, there should be legislation against industries from performing different industrial processes without the proper legislation or the proper permission from the government specifically. So these are ways air pollution can be controlled. With that, we've come to the end of today's class. Next class, we'll be talking about the other types of pollution, which are noise pollution, the land pollution, and the ways we can control those types of pollution. See you next class.